I'll get back to my patch in a minute, but I just wanted to show you something else here. Here's where the existing thermostat is, and because I floated out this entire wall and I've sanded it and everything, I'm getting ready to paint it. See this little area right here? This still has the old finish, and it's got the rough spray texture that I floated over to make this wall nice and smooth. Well, this cover doesn't cover everything exact, so right underneath, I can look underneath and I can still see paint on the inside of there. If I take this blue tape off, I can still see it there and up on the top edge and over here. So, you know, I really didn't want to, but I'm going to go ahead and take this cover off. Luckily, I have the key for it. I'm going to take that off, unscrew the thermostat. There's a backing plate on there. I'm going to pull all that off the wall so I can finish this area around here. That way, when it gets all done, you're not going to see any of those areas, because that's just how the project should be done. You know, take your time, and little details like this is what makes the job turn out nice and primo. Get in the habit of going the extra mile. Looking at this a little bit closer, and I'm thinking the backing plate is separate from this plastic outside piece, so I'm not quite sure if I'm going to have to pull this actual thermostat off the wall or not. But I definitely want to do something, because I'm not finished very well along the edge or the bottom or the top. There's all these vent holes here, and there's no way I can get this nice and snug with the mud, because the vent holes are preventing me from doing that. So I don't want to just call it good right up to there, because that's just not the type of statement Joe likes to leave on his jobs, you know? You see there? Let's make a decision here. I could fill this area up with sheetrock mud around this, all the way along there, and I'm going to have to figure out what to do here. My putty knife won't fit in there, but if you get those little thin putty knives at the store, like the 1 inch, you can cut off an edge, or a 2-inch flat putty knife. They're less than like $1. You can cut off the edge with some tin snips or something, and then I can fit that right in there, because I want to make that nice and smooth. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing instead of pulling this off. Now I could pull this off if I wanted. Then I have to remember all the wires where they go exactly, pull this part off and unscrew that, and that might be something to do if they ever want to relocate this thermostat. But see, if they ever want to relocate the thermostat, there's going to be screw holes in it. There's going to be a nice big chunk taken out of the sheetrock where they fish the wire down the wall, you know, and all that. So this area would have to be patched anyway. So I don't think I'm going to take this off any further, but I'm just going to finish that off. That way I can paint all that and finish that all off. Then I can put the cover plate back on, and it will look like it was never there.